What's up, people? I'm one of your hosts, Phoenix. So let's jump right into this. Anybody that's followed our channel knows that one of our most anticipated games of the year is RedFall. And so we had some breaking news today. So RedFall for the PC is going to run at 60 frames per second. But on console, it's going to run only 30 frames per second. That is absolutely ridiculous. That if Microsoft wants to compete, this is not the way to do it. Their last major title to come out was Halo Infinite, and it came out missing all types of features. Redfall is slated to do the exact same thing. They were talking about post-launch that they were going to kind of fix the online always thing, and now they're saying post-launch they're going to patch in the 60 frames per second. That's ridiculous. We cannot have that. You cannot have a game this big come out missing features, especially when you sandwich it at a time frame in between two major games, Star Wars Survival and the new Zelda game. So I'm not sure what they're thinking here, but they need to delay the game. They need to delay the game. There's no reason for them to continue to do this. This isn't a flagship game. It's something that a lot of us have looked forward to and that we want to play for sure, but not missing features. I, for one, for sure, was planning on playing it on my Xbox Series X, but I'm not going to play it at 30 frames per second. Not a shooter. This is a shooter. Yes, there's other elements to it, but ultimately it's a co-op shooter. And, I'm not going to play it this way. I'm going to wait for them to patch in or delay it, which is what I'm hoping, because the community is loud and clear. Like, this is ridiculous. They're getting roasted and they deserve it. They deserve every bit of it. So Microsoft, if you want to compete, you have to do better. You cannot come out the gate with a game sandwiched between two juggernauts and have missing features. Titan, what do you think?
Titan here. So 30 frames per second for any game is just an insult. Even if it's not a shooter, that is just ridiculous. And that's the biggest complaint that I have about the gaming industry at this time, is that it's nearly impossible to expect a full game at release. And I get that there's always going to be bugs and stuff like that, and for, live service games, there's always going to need to be security updates and fixes. But we're at the point now where games are released, and then you have 100 updates at release that just make the game playable. We shouldn't be at this point. We spend $70 to $80 for a game right now that you have a 50-50 chance of if it's even going to be good or not. And it's getting old. And that was one of the things that I was hoping that Microsoft would fix by purchasing Activision Blizzard, is their Call of Duty games. Call of Duty has not had a game finished at release in the last 10 years, minimum. Every game they've released has been horrible for the first month. It's been unplayable at the first month. And seeing that they're not fixing these problems, it makes me worry about Microsoft. I get we just had this discussion, but if they're heading in a backwards direction, there's really no point in this. But I really don't have a whole lot to say about this topic. I mean, it is what it is, and we're either going to have to keep buying the games and complaining about them, or we're going to have to just not buy the games and see if they learn from this mistake,